So, dear students, today we'll discuss vascular tissues. Vascular tissue or the liquid connective tissue, also called the fluid connective tissue, is broadly divided into two types: blood and lymph. Blood is further divided into two types: a liquid part called plasma and blood corpuscles. Similarly, lymph is also divided into two parts, again a liquid part called plasma and leukocytes. The blood corpuscles or the blood cells are of three types: erythrocytes or the red blood cells, leukocytes or the white blood cells, and the thrombocytes. The leukocytes are of two types: agranulocytes, which do not contain granules, and granulocytes, which contain granules. The agranulocytes are of two types: lymphocytes and monocytes, whereas granulocytes are of three types depending upon the type of dye which they take up. Eosinophils or the acidophils, they take up acidic dyes; basophils, which takes up basic dyes; and neutrophils. Blood. Blood is a mobile connective tissue or a liquid connective tissue. It flows throughout the body and connects one part of the body with another. It is composed of a fluid which is called plasma and cells which are called blood corpuscles or the blood cells. Blood is a basis of life. There cannot be any life without blood. The volume of blood in an adult person is 70 kg, is about 5.5 liters. I repeat, the volume of blood in an adult person who is weighing around 70 kg is about 5.5 liters. That is, blood constitutes about 8% of the total body weight. This is a very important point. Blood constitutes 8% of the body weight. Therefore, a 70 kg person contains about 5.5 liters of blood. Blood is slightly alkaline fluid having a pH of 7.4. And remember, the pH of the blood in arteries is more than that of vein. Composition. Blood is composed of a watery fluid called plasma and floating bodies termed formed elements. These formed elements are also called as blood corpuscles or the blood cells. We'll first take up plasma. It is a slightly alkaline, non-living, remember it is a non-living fluid. It constitutes about 55% of the blood. As it does not contain blood cells, therefore the color of the plasma is pale yellow. It is a transparent and clear fluid. Coming to composition of plasma. The main component of plasma is water. Then we have mineral salts like sodium, potassium, calcium. Nutrients like glucose and proteins. Defense compounds like gamma globulins. Excretory substances like urea. Dissolved gases like CO2 and oxygen. And certain chemicals which act as anticoagulants. We also have hormones, vitamins, and enzymes. Coming to the first organic component present in plasma, which is glucose. The glucose level in the blood is around 80 to 100 milligrams per 100 ml of blood. If the glucose is on a higher side, it causes hyperglycemia, and a prolonged hyperglycemia causes diabetes mellitus. Decrease in the level of blood glucose causes hypoglycemia. Remember, hypoglycemia is a more dangerous condition as compared to hyperglycemia, because as the blood glucose level falls down, the glucose supply to the brain decreases, person may go into coma. Another organic substance in the blood is blood cholesterol. Cholesterol in general is considered a harmful substance, but in some amount it is needed by the body. The amount of cholesterol should not exceed 180 milligram in 100 ml of blood. The cholesterol enters the blood either by intestinal absorption of fats, those fats which are taken in our diet, or by the synthesis from the liver, or by both. Functions of plasma proteins. We have different categories of plasma protein. The important ones are fibrinogen and prothrombin. Both of them play a role in blood clotting. Albumin and globulin retains water in blood plasma, therefore they help in osmoregulation. Coming to blood corpuscles or the blood cells. We have three major types of blood cells: erythrocytes, leukocytes, and thrombocytes.